Hello. I'm going to extend some of my XY scatter plot videos, which I have just released, so please check those out. And I'm going to show you trend lines or forecasting. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of one of these lines. Just duplicate this. I'm just going to drop over to my mouse. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete one of these. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And I'm going to change this to a scatter without the lines. So let's get rid of those lines. I just want that. Okay. And I just want to make it a little bit bigger because my eyes aren't what they used to be, right? In my age now. Okay. So let's leave it there. And what I'm trying to do is determine what is the trend. Okay. What is a pattern? This is how much I spend on dog food throughout the year. So if I do a trend analysis, are my dogs actually eating more food? Right? So let's say these are all the results that I've been storing every time I go and buy dog food. If I apply a trend line, I can actually see, am I spending more over time and do I need to do something about it? So to apply a trend line, right click one of these dots, go add trend line. Couldn't be easier than that. Okay, let me just activate it again, actually misclick. Okay, and to format a trend line, let's say you didn't have that, you just right click it and you go format trend line, and it's going to bring up this menu over here. Okay, so let me just bring over this picture, right, just so it fits nicely on our screen. Okay, there we go. And I can click on this trend line, and I can look at all the different options. And the way to get to options is you pick this one on the far end, and it tells you all the different types that you can use. The most basic is linear, just a linear line. Right, you can do exponential curves, you can do logarithmic, you can do polynomial ones of different orders. Okay, so the higher order, the more curves you have in it. Okay, but again, the more complicated your equations. You can do powers, you can do moving averages, right? All sorts of things. Okay, I won't get into detail the mathematics. The one I tend to use is polynomial, right? Depending on the data type I have, polynomials are usually enough for me to get an idea. Okay, so I can do that. I can also forecast either backwards or forwards. So let's say I'm going to see what 2020 looks like. Let's add a period here. Let's say 100. So let's do 1,000 days. Okay. Why did I put it on the backward one? Okay. I want it on the forward one. So let's say the next year. So 365 days, let's just say. That's what it's going to look like in a year's time. Okay. Which is bad. I don't want to be spending almost $250 a month on food. So as an analyst, I would probably be going, well, why is it costing so much more? Are my dogs eating more, or have they raised the prices at my pet shop? And so do I need to change pet shops? Okay, this is why this data is so important in not just in business, but in daily life. Okay, so I can do forecasts. I can also format this. So if I go fill and line, I can change the color. So let's say red. I always try and do a color different from the plots. I can set the transparency. I can change the width, right? I can change the patterns. I can change the line type, right? I usually pick that one. Cap types, arrows, you can put arrows at the ends or at the beginning. Okay, arrow size you can change, right? All sorts of things. The great thing now is all the formatting is all in one place, so you don't really have to go very far. You can change shadowing, soft edges, glows, heaps of things you can do with actual formatting, right? And that's pretty much, oh, actually, sorry, I missed one thing, equation. So displaying the equation on chart, this last one is really important. I like to use this. Let's just change here. Because if I want to do predictions, you can either use the forward forecast or you can do an equation. Okay. And it will actually show you what this equation is what this trend line is represented as an equation. So in case you ever have to do some, computation of that. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.